Just a little bit more video on the garage project. You know, the garage project's been set aside a little bit lately because we've been so busy working on a vegetable garden, trying to catch up to the season, finally succeeding a little bit. But meanwhile, the poor garage has sort of been on standby. But we did get a little bit more done. Our concrete guy came down and he poured this pad outside. It's quite nice. You know, a good place to work on a car or wash a car or something like that. It just got poured just a little while ago. It's still drying, can't walk on it yet. But yeah, it looks beautiful. And on the side, where the side door is, he gave us an entry stepway as well. So that looks pretty nice also. Of course, you know, everything is rough here, need landscaping and all that, but we have this, and we have this beautiful pad out here. It's quite gigantic, it's very nice. You can easily park 2 cars on here, even 3. So yeah, so a little bit more progress on the garage. I'm sorry that it's only a little, but you know, we're doing the best that we can. And you know, we can always work on the garage midsummer or even in the fall. But if we don't get the vegetables in right now, we won't have a garden. So all hands on deck, my wife, my son, trying to get this garden going. But meanwhile, yeah, the garage is still moving along as best as we can. Cleaning up continues. Trucks and trucks and trucks of junk are going. We have some grass seed planted up there. That huge pile of junk is half gone, or more. They've been working hard. Looks nice down there. Look at that, huh? Beautiful. So we got a lot of cleanup done. We got our little froggies back on here again. There's a lot of decoration that has to still go on, but we did get the cleanup done, at least a major cleanup, right? The big piles of junk are gone, and we've got some mulch in. It's a little raw right now because there's mountains of it, but you know, it'll weather in and become a little bit less abrasive than it is. All the junk that was here is gone now. We have some, those are thermal blankets up there that our concrete guys still have to come and pick up. And way back there, you see there's still some junk we have to get rid of. Most of it is panels for the garage, which we have to store. But overall, it looks pretty okay. You know, I mean, it's not finished, not even close, right? Landscaping is next. And some decorations. I see a beautiful sign at the top of the garage. I see a gas station, you know, like a gas station thingy out here. You know, like a gas pump. You know, a gas pump over here. Here somewhere. You know, a fake, it looks like a real gas pump, but it's kind of fake. It's actually probably going to be an air compressor, you know. And we have our pad in now that we can do some work. And, you know, maybe wash your car or whatever. So it's starting to come together. I see a beautiful sign up there. It'll be nice. We have our wonderful rock that created all the trouble for us and made us have to move everything. And we'll have to work on a driveway, right? We want to blacktop this driveway and tie it into that driveway there, which is blacktop. That driveway is destroyed by the construction. But that will have to wait a little while because there's only so many leaves on a money tree, as they say. So we'll have to, I'm probably just going to lay some item 4 on here for now because that will become a base for the blacktop later on. But, you know, it's moving along. I won't show you the inside of the garage because here's what happens when you put up a building and then you have a big property and you're working on other things. There's always the question, what do we do with this temporarily? Throw it in the garage. Throw it in the garage. The garage is already full of junk. But we'll get rid of it. I'll take you back here. So we have an open path here now. So I can actually get through here with my Kubota, which is nice. And you see all the hay up here. We planted some grass. And there's still some cleanups here. But, you know, it's wild property, right? So we're not going to do a lot of cleanup here. Because, it doesn't matter. We're just going to get rid of things like this. There's a 2x10 sitting here, for example. You know, we'll get rid of that stuff. But most of the mess has been removed, and we have giant expanses of mulch. Jason, I don't want you to show them too much of the garden, because then they're going to be able to see the garden in advance of the videos, because history, you know, the time. So I don't want to give them too big of a teaser. So avoid showing them the garden, okay? Yeah, you'll have to wait. So anyway, there's mulch that never ends, but it's nice if you look down there. That's where our pool equipment is. We're going to have to do some landscaping around that to make it nice. And then here, this spot right here, is where the sausage house is going to go, as we call it. And we're going to build our smokehouse here. It was right there, but that tree fell on it and squished it. So now we're moving it to here, and there's going to be a beautiful smokehouse here, and there'll be some fruit trees here, and we won't get much of that fruit because the animals will eat it. But that's okay. That's fine. They'll look pretty, and the animals will enjoy it. You know, we're going to put some water collection back here. There'll be several very large tanks of water collection, rainwater collection, and then those will be used to fertilize the garden. And of course, we have this beautiful, huge roof up there. So I want to collect solar from that somehow. Boy, I'd love to use it to add to the heating of our pool, because we spend a lot of time waiting for the pool to heat up. We have solar for the pool now, but on top of the house. But boy, if I could add this to it, but it's too far. I don't think I can do that. But maybe I'll collect some electricity or something. But I just know that there's power to be had up there, so we'll work on that. And I'll take you back. Let me see. Oh, let's go through here. You'll get a glimpse of the garden here and there, but that's all right. So, it's looking okay. We have our little windows here. We have to, landscape. We have to make it nice now. It looks a little raw right now, but it's going to be nice. We have our water spigot here, and that's as far as we've gotten on the garage. The garage project is going slowly because we've been busy with the garden. But the garden is coming close to not completion. Well, it's kind of completion. Once you have the vegetables, you have the vegetables, right? But we still have to do things like cameras and lighting. So there's quite a bit of work to do there, but we're getting to a point on the garden now where it can become the secondary project and the garage can become the primary project. So our next big move on the garage, besides occasionally working on the landscaping, and I'm not quite sure, I want to put evergreens here to get rid of this mess, but I'm not a very big patience person. So maybe I'll put up a fence. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put up a fence and then put up evergreens and wait for them to grow. I don't know. But anyway, the next move on the garage, the next major move on the garage is going to be to get electricity into the building. Once we have electricity in the building, we can start cranking on the development of the garage, which is going to take a long time. But if we could get electrical and lighting, insulation, and our 2 mini splits that we're going to be putting in for heat and air conditioning, we could bring the cars in here, because they're packed up into that tiny garage in the house, and they're getting damaged. Just the other day, something fell on a Ferrari and put a ding in the hood, and I almost cried. It broke my heart. We spent over a year having that car completely restored, and it was perfect, absolutely perfect. And now I have to find another restorer locally here, because I don't want to ship it all the way back to South Carolina to fix that dent. And it's a shame. So I want to get the cars out of there and get them into this garage as quickly as we can. But anyway, we'll try our best. We're going to be away actually for a few days now. We have to go check on our other home and do work there, maintenance, But then we'll be back, and we'll sort of start shifting projects. The garden becomes secondary because it's mostly there, and the garage will become primary. But for the time being, we're just starting, to look decent. At least it's not a disaster area anymore. So keep following. It's going to get really interesting as we start to develop the inside, and thank you for visiting. Ciao, ciao.